a national championship last season. We now have two teams ending lengthy bowl droughts from the from the Mountain West and the MAC. I don't know why the music cut out there. But the Akron Zips at 8-4, taking on the New Mexico Lobos, also at 8-4.
And welcome to neutral site action, and we're just about ready for kickoff.
From Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho, we have the 2023 famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Akron Zips taking on the New Mexico Lobos. Akron winning the toss, they'll choose to receive.
We'll see how this game plays out as they get ready for the opening kickoff.
Kicks away.
He just drills this
We're underway from the Smurf turf.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
As now for the Zips. This game still has the Humanitarian Bowl patches, even though it had been 2 years since it had been called the Humanitarian Bowl. There's a first down, there's a big play inside the 45 to the tight end.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
Here we are on first down. Plenty of time, he'll throw it. Intercepted! Stolen away with blockers! He's gonna take it all the way! Pick six, New Mexico. And immediately, look at that. Good speed to snatch it up right in front of the face of that receiver. And there was plenty of room to run. And that will put the Lobos up first.
And he hits the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one.
That's kind of been New Mexico's motif this season. As he hurdles over on the return to start things off by taking control. Keith Watkins, a sophomore, is the starting quarterback for... Oh no, there's another interception! And on 3 plays, there have been 2 interceptions.
I don't even think the quarterback saw him on that play. He was right there waiting for the ball.
I was just about to mention...
First and 10.
I was just about to mention
New Mexico is up
this Akron offense, and already it's gone. New Mexico now up. Luke Marcus, a junior quarterback, is the leader of this offense, and he might score again. There's a touchdown, New Mexico.
He is such a talented, skillful back, as you saw.
And we have not even had a minute to go in this game.
Know how to use him.
We haven't even had the first 30 seconds of game clock go down yet.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick.
And now we can talk about the offense.
For a touchback. New Mexico's looking awfully impressive right now in defense, but we are in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is about a dominant first quarter.
Keith Watkins, the starting quarterback for the Akron Zips.
Continue to play this well throughout the rest of the ball game.
The quarterback threw an interception on their
Hector
last
Boyer, the
the
head coach of this squad.
The game is in danger of
There's a
getting
throw
out
up.
of hand.
Finally, another offensive play. It's been 2 big gains and 2 interceptions. Hector Boyer came here from the USFL, or from NFL Europe actually. He's been a pretty big addition to this offense. No, it happened again.
Down he goes at the 47.
Are you kidding me?
First down, 10 to go.
And we're
Ball on the
And we're back with New Mexico. Play action, or an option play here. Keeping himself for an 8-yard gain. This is going to be 2nd and 2. We try the option again. Pitch is loose. They'll get it back, but it's going to be a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they tried to get a little bit too fancy there on that option play.
The option lateral missed. It was like a yard back of where it needed to be. And they're lucky that they fell on it. And they'll just throw it out of bounds. It's not going to get too out of hand here. They're going to try a field goal. This will be the longest field goal we've had all season. A 57-yarder on the way. No, not even close.
Kickers have to have a short memory. Just go out and make the next one.
That is one of the biggest shanks I've seen this game.
The offense will take the field, hoping for better results.
That's a field goal I would have kicked badly on purpose to put the ball in the hands of the other team. Screen play. Setting tackles to the 46. Second down. No gain there. And what is probably an astounding stat, they've had the ball 4 times. This is their first 3rd down. Throwing it up there. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be a 1st down. And for the first time, Akron is in New Mexico territory. Going to keep it himself. 4-yard gain.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Watkins, screenplay will get 2. All right, are we back? I think we should be back now. I don't know what happened there.
There's very good chemistry between these two. They like to run through all their routes before the game. And I have to say, they looked sharp before this one even started.
On 1st and goal, they'll throw it short to the 3. My connection was acting up. Or, don't think he missed anything. Here's a throw to the end zone. There's a touchdown. Akron. And the Zips get on the board for the first time today.
And did that play ever develop nicely?
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat his man
right down the middle.
ran a perfect route. All he had to do
Got on his tiptoes, even though there was no sideline in sight. But point after on the way will make it a 7-point game, and it's good.
Converts the extra point. A nice 9-play, 61-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out.
And Akron finally getting a break. It has not been their game thus far, even with the close score that it is.
It's a new possession for this offense, so what will it hold? New Mexico.
I haven't seen this offense a lot. Getting possession here. 1st and 10. Marcus option play.
Tackle made at the 34.
Gonna fight his way just short of the 1st. It's going to be 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football from the 1st down marker.
It is a brisk 38 degrees in Boise for this game. No snow on the Smurf turf, thankfully. We can see it in all its glory.
2 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they got to him in a hurry.
And I get to talk about my favorite tradition I found out while doing research. And I've just found out in recent years that they do for the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. you know, the classic Gatorade bath they would have. For the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, they have a French fry bath.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 38-yard line.
And I think that's one of my favorite bowl game winning traditions I've seen. The Duke's Mayo Bowl, which is not a bowl in 2KU, but is what we would call now the Belk Bowl, or what we call here the Belk Bowl, has a mayonnaise bath. Option play. This one does get into the hands of the running back.
That was a questionable decision.
It'll be a first down.
They're lucky it didn't go for a loss.
First and 10. Ball on their
First
own
and 10 at the 48. They did not have the logo on the field yet. I don't think that would be a thing for a few years. But they did have the Humanitarian Bowl logo in the previous game, even though it wasn't Humanitarian Bowl in that game. There are some weird details that you can see. You just see around if you pay attention for them in this game.
He makes his way to about the 38.
Like how the Las Vegas Bowl has a same logo. Here's the score at the end of one. 14-7, New Mexico in the lead.
And we're back for more action here in quarter number 2.
Now here at the end of one. As I was saying, the Las Vegas Bowl trophy, you could collect trophies in the game. Here's a good option play. Oh, he's got plenty of room to run. He could walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos. There's a flag. They'll overturn it with a flag, clipping on the wide receiver.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. So it's
and there's the head coach of this New Mexico squad. Talking it out with the referee. Lifting it up there. What a catch! For a 7-yard gain. Let's take a look at that again. Holding on with one hand.
There's a player hurt. It doesn't look to be that bad. It's the 9th play.
That might be him again. That might be him down there.
Well, as they take a look at that injury on the sideline, let's see what this backup can do at quarterback.
That's a quarterback, actually. We're going to see a backup in for a bit. We'll just throw it out of bounds.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 28. The Lobos quarterback down there on the sideline. He was injured earlier. He means so much to this team. And right now, it looks like he's maybe going to be able to get back in the game.
Going to loft it up. The backup is going to throw an interception. The first turnover for New Mexico, and that might be a big break for Akron.
And then make the interception.
Yeah, the coach of this New Mexico squad, Justin Simmons, he was on the hot seat entering this year. And he's proving himself to be a guy worth keeping around. There he is, right there. And that New Mexico defense comes back out on the field. Hand off. We'll get to the 32-yard gain. On 2nd and 8, he's going to huck it deep. Almost intercepted.
Man, I don't know if this quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision, but that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
It's 3rd and 8. Ball on the 30.
On 3rd down and 8, gonna do the same thing twice. And it's again dropped by a defender. And on 4th and 8, they'll punt it.
Make a play. That's impressive.
He puts it away, and it's a great
And that kick's taken all the way back.
Tackle made at the 32-yard line.
Here comes New Mexico again. We'll have to see if
In a game that's this close, you can't
Let's see if Marcus is back in the game.
New Mexico is up a score.
This is the backup still. Gonna run it himself.
He makes his way to about the 45.
And that run's strong enough to disconnect the controller.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 45.
I don't know why it said it there. It never bothered me about that before. On 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's got plenty of room to run. Big breakaway play to the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico. Just keeps it himself and takes it the distance.
Oh my, what a run that was.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this kid is incredible. He's got the
What a
movement, the speed,
big
the
play
power.
for the
He's a
backup
total package.
quarterback to come in and take a run to the house.
And he adds the extra point. A quick two-play, 67-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown. The score now.
Kendall
21-7.
Richards, that's the name of the backup for the Lobos.
Excellent kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. If he could start this night all over again, I'm sure he would.
Well, at this point, taking care of
And
the
it has
football
been an
has to be the
ugly
number
day
one priority. If they want to get back
for
in
the
this game,
Akron
if you
Zips.
can't take care of the ball, you just have no chance.
It's now a 21-7 ball game.
Kicks behind him. He's still got a chance to pull out the victory.
10 for 15, 97 yards. Has a touchdown, but 3 brutal interceptions. First and 10 to the sideline.
That one's incomplete.
Can't stay in
That
bounds.
led him just a little bit too far, but still, great effort.
On their own 25-yard line. Second down. When you've heard this as many times as I have, you gotta throw something out there, checking it downfield, and again it's an interception.
Brad, it's still early in this game, and they might be able to get back in.
That's 4 interceptions in the first half.
I understand trying to get back, fighting to get back in the game, but that time to throw an interception when you really need points, that was a big mistake.
Oh, first and 10, throwing as he's hit.
And he is drilled.
And there'll be a 9-yard gain on the throw to the back.
Short yardage situation here. 2nd down and 1.
Second and 1.
Pitches it
Oh, look at this pitch. With room to work. Inside the 25. What is going on with the towel there?
First down,
Oh no, that's just the
10 yards to go.
striping on the
Ball
uniform.
on the 21-yard
It was acting weird, but I guess that's just how they're like little patches under the arms there, as you can see.
Tackled after decent pickup.
That was a thing uniforms used to do a lot back in the 2010s. You can see, looking at the designs of a lot of these, a lot of patterns that formed, as well as a lot of carryover from the 2000s was considered cutting edge. Those flowing designs and those thin lines on the back. We saw a lot of teams in the 2010s getting rid of that stuff, streamlining their looks. Now we're seeing teams returning to older looks as a big trend. Looking at a team like Maryland and the like.
Well, the quarterback's breathing a huge sigh of
Maryland,
relief
Illinois
because
is
he got
another
away with
example.
throwing what should have been an interception.
So on 4th and 6, they're going to try a field goal, making it a 24-7 game. And we've seen some teams completely overhaul their look in real life. Akron, one of them. As that kick is up and through. Uniform-wise, it has improved, I think. However, I am not as much fan of their logo.
He really got a hold of that kick.
We're also seeing a lot of teams moving away from the more muted colors that were a big,
Oh, man. He
or a
took him
big
down.
movement in the 2000s. Look at a team like
It's still
Pittsburgh
only the second
as an
quarter.
example.
We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. And he throws
It's
it
incomplete.
away.
In other sports terms, look at the Pittsburgh Penguins with their rebrand
Second down,
about
10
7
to
years
go.
ago.
Ball on the 24-yard line. Nice run up the middle.
On 2nd and 10, it's a 7-yard gain, 3rd and 3. Third down, 3 to go.
And he hits him hard at the
Just enough for a
34-yard line.
first. Minute 15 remain in the first half. Watkins will just throw it to the sideline. Intercepted again! Sheds a tackle inside the 35. 5 turnovers in the first half.
Huge interception. They've already got the lead, and it looked like this offense was trying to get back in the game.
And it's the
That was a
Lobos who are going to
big
get it back in the second half.
First and 10.
And now you might wonder how bad can it get. This time on 1st and 10, he'll just throw it into the Smurf turf,
Sometimes when you throw it that
incomplete.
hard, you can't control the accuracy all that well. He'll get it under control, though, in time.
Minute to go on 1st down,
And brought down immediately.
or on 2nd down rather.
Badly played by the defense, but sometimes a good throw and catch just beats you.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 23.
A handoff.
So they get about 3 on the draw.
3-yard gain, 52 seconds to go in the half. And on 4th down, they'll just try a field goal. They made one earlier. And then they missed that other one. Try a field
He
goal.
gets it up.
No, it's off the
It's off
upright.
the upright, no good.
Anybody who tells you that football isn't a game of inches might want to have a talk with this kicker. It doesn't get any closer than that.
The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's
Hitting
hoping to
the
make up for
metal.
that interception on the last drive.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to run.
Akron
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
try whatever they can. The Zips taking their first time out.
2nd and 6.
8 seconds remain in the first half. And they're still going through the air.
It falls incomplete.
Can't stay in bounds. 4 seconds to go in the half. Zips, in spite of their offensive woes, are 3 for 4 on 3rd.
And we'll probably see how far he
This
can
will likely
go.
be the
Should
last
be the
play
last
of the
play
half.
before the half.
Just gonna try and throw it.
Looking for his man. Incomplete.
And into the turf.
We've played a half of football here.
And
New
after
Mexico's
2
lead is
quarters,
17.
New Mexico holds a 24-7 lead.
All right, Reese, David, thanks, guys. Just about set to start the 3rd quarter. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
So go for a touchback. New Mexico returning.
And here we go.
After a dominant first half, can they keep it going in the second? Backup still in. Kendall Richards, starting quarterback here for, or backup quarterback here for the Lobos. He's been performing well. It's really been the defense and the run game that's been the stars.
Nice run there as they work the outside.
And in a whack with a lot of the teams that have thwarted New Mexico in the past, or the Mountain West, with a lot of teams of four of them in the past gone. Gotta wonder if this will finally be the time for New Mexico to return to that early 2000s form we saw where they were competing for the Mountain West. We saw flashes of it earlier this season. Lobos got off to a great start, but it ended up petering out when they had to play some of the tougher teams on their schedule.
And he keeps it on the option play and picks up 6.
But really, if you are New Mexico, the team you got to worry about for your future is the one who's on the turf right here. The Boise State Broncos are the one big team who isn't leaving the Mountain West next season.
The 42-yard line. From the 42-yard line.
Broncos are heavy favorites to win the 2024 Mountain West Championship. But there are definitely teams in the conference looking to stake a claim in that. New Mexico is one of them. Also, look at Utah State. Look at some of the new teams coming in. San Jose State, Fresno State, Nevada. And maybe a team like Wyoming returns to competition with more breathing room.
And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Another handoff and blockers aplenty to the 21. Now firmly in field goal range.
Ball on the 21. They go with the run.
Oh, what a stiff arm.
At the 12-yard line.
Making it a 2nd and 1.
10th play of the drive.
Another handoff. Touchdown, New Mexico. Make it now a 31-7 game.
Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Big time play, taking that ball all the way in. Maybe the defense wasn't expecting a run.
And he hits the PAT. A 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
And Brad, right now, the offensive line just winning the battle in the trenches, opening up some big running lanes.
He sends this one deep. He's to the 20.
Oh, with blockers. Good return past the 30.
New Mexico's coaches.
Look at that. 117 yards allowed. Averaging 4 yards per. There have been no sacks, but there have been, count them, 5 interceptions on the day.
It's been so conservative, so predictable. It's made it very easy for this defense to have a dominant game.
Looking on 1st and 10, he'll shoot it out, finds a man open.
He's at midfield. Down.
21-yard gain and a 1st down in Lobo territory. I have to look up the record for most interceptions in a game. Shoot one out there again, and a first down past the 35. The Iowa record is 9 interceptions in a game.
Quick toss.
Lifting it up,
Makes the catch and gets out
and in
of
spite of 5 picks, quarterback's performing adamantly. Let's look into the rest of his stats. 143 yards through the air, 13 for 24. He's going to be sacked there, though. Couldn't see his blind side.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here.
Now let this play be a record. Let it show how important a blindside blocker can be.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation.
Great teams are built off great lines.
He's got it with room to
On
run.
a screen play.
Pushed out of bounds around the 17-yard line.
On 3rd and 7 here. He's going to heave it to the end zone.
This one will fall into
Nearly
the
another
end zone.
interception.
Interception written all
But
over
they
it.
avoid it.
Defender couldn't hang on.
On
The
4th and
quarterback
7,
was
they'll
little
try a
too
field
intent
goal.
on hitting that receiver.
This
It's
one should be
4th down.
makeable.
They'll line it up for the field goal.
Kicks on the
Kicks
way.
up, and it's through the
And it's
uprights.
good. They'll finally cross the double-digit mark. That makes it now a 31-10
The kicker
ball
looks
game.
like he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. He makes it to the 18-yard line.
It's early in this game. So
Now, if we were to have a
defense
kick
still have an
return
opportunity
touchdown
to
in
make
this
some
game, New
adjustments.
Mexico at
Things
least,
don't turn
they
out
would get that
early.
triple crown.
Really gonna start to affect the psyche of that defensive line.
I've been looking for. Pitch play there.
He's taken down at around the 28-yard line.
You could technically get one,
From their own 28-yard line.
get a game where you could
First
get
down.
the big 5. A passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, a kick return touchdown,
Fights forward to
a
about the
pick 6,
29.
and a scoop and score. That seems phenomenally unlikely, especially on a game like this.
He's into the open field. Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain.
Running it himself. This is a true freshman
So it's third down now,
into the
and they're
game
gonna
right
go
now.
4.
His first time on the field this season.
They'll give it
And
a
he's
hit,
dazzling.
And they make the stop at the 34.
He's dazzling scouts and the coaching staff of this New Mexico team alike. Even on 3 and out, this has been a dominant game for New Mexico. Down to the end of the third
So
quarter,
at the end
though,
of 3,
after 3,
the Lobos in front.
it's 31-10.
Into the fourth quarter now.
And they'll punt it.
Back to the action.
Even with this lopsided of a score, it definitely doesn't tell the full story.
He wasn't
5
going for that tackle.
interceptions.
What a hit. They're set to go for another round.
On 1st and 10 here.
And he
Throwing
just
it out
gets
of
rid of it.
bounds.
You know, when you
Pressure
feel
on him
pressure like that, the
immediately.
worst thing you wanna do is
Can't
just
even
to
get
throw
the
ball
screenplay
into
off
the
there.
He got away with one right there.
It's the
Very
computer's
close.
favorite thing to
Just
get.
throw it away
And
out
they
of
couldn't
bounds.
even manage that. On 2nd and 10, this time they try a
Down
screen.
at about the 35.
And it's a 3-yard gain, 3rd and 7. Watkins throwing short,
Tackle made.
and it's not going to be enough for a
Have your
first.
goal on every possession. Force a 3 and out, and don't allow the offense to get into any
They're going to
sort
go
of
for
rhythm.
it. Why not?
And it's the offense that takes the field on 4th down.
3 yards
This
to
is
go.
what football is all about, folks.
You're down 21. You may as well try it.
They go with a toss.
Leaps over a defender, and he's got the first down.
For a nice pickup.
I haven't seen a successful hurdle in this game
Quick
before.
throw. He gets hit out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
On
Catches it,
1st and
he's looking
10,
for more.
they try a short slot
Down he
throw.
goes, around the 32
12-yard gain. That's the fullback who makes the catch. He has 24 yards off 2 receptions.
Quick out
1st
to his
and
receiver.
10.
And he
Look
is
at
drilled
the
at the
20-yard line. The tight end has been one of the most reliable guys out there for this Akron squad. An Akron team who is a likely contender in the MAC. Keep them in the back of your mind for the future. They lost their division to Kent State,
Throws complete, and he stopped immediately.
but I see them still having a presence in the MAC for years to come. Hector Boyer has been doing a very good job of running this team. On 2nd and 3, they got a first down inside the 10.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
I would not be shocked if these two teams were both bowling next season.
We've got 2nd and goal. Ball on the 7.
Loss of 2 on the play makes it a 3rd and goal.
Here's the 12th play of the drive.
Third and goal to the end zone. Touchdown, Akron.
Touchdown. And did that play ever develop nicely?
Well, it's all about the receiver on this play. He beat
And
his
the
man
gap
off
is
line and
closing.
ran a perfect route. All he had to do after that was make the catch.
He makes the PAT.
And even with this much of a deficit, nothing's impossible.
And they come away with a touchdown.
We're going to try an onside kick here.
They're old school, grind it out and earn the yards and just rip the heart right
And
out
that's
of
not
that.
going
Tackle
anyway.
made at the 41-yard
Obviously,
line.
don't remind this New Mexico team about what can happen before the clock stops. 2002, the Hawaii Bowl they went to.
Create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up.
And
make
there
it
was
stop.
a considerable,
Give it off here. And they get nice
there was a
yardage on that
considerably miraculous finish to that, in which Hawaii pulled off a multilateral touchdown to win that game
It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go.
in front of the home
On
crowd.
37-yard line. Less
Our
than 3
Hawaii
minutes in
Bowl
the
comes
game.
on Christmas Eve this year. Good stop there.
Ball for a nice gain.
But it's not enough for the first thing to be 3rd and 1. Yeah, on Christmas Eve, we'll see the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors returning to their home bowl game against the UAB Blazers. New Mexico letting the clock run. And barring the unpredictable, a win has been set in stone for this squad.
He has some
And they've got room for a first down to the 25.
The 24. The Zips taking
Akron
their
taking their
time
first
out.
timeout.
From the 24-yard line. First down.
Handing off to his second string back. He's got a touchdown. That's going to make it a 38-17 game for the PAT.
And that rushing touchdown should put this one away, Kurt.
That's likely the dagger.
And he converts the extra point.
And they get the PAT.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's
It's
going
going
to
to go down the end zone for a touchback. May as well try.
And as the
And
defense
comes
back
back
out,
out.
you can be sure.
I didn't remember
thinking
this
about
line.
the score they surrendered the last time around.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, and you can
They're gonna go
guarantee
5
he'll
wide
find
here.
the open man.
Oh no, and that's another interception.
They'll bring him down at about the
Make it
29
6
yard
on the day. We have a pick 6 to kick this game off. And fittingly enough,
First and 10.
Akron's been picked off 6 times.
Just under 2 to go in the game. Straight up the middle, and he'll lose yardage.
And this game is effectively on ice. May as well get that French fry bucket ready right now. They're going to let the clock run. Oh, whoa. What a hit
To the 21.
right there. And that is a punctuation mark on a dominant performance by a New Mexico
Third down,
squad.
and they've got about 2 yards to go.
This will be the last play of the game, most likely. As they let the clock run.
He makes his way out to about the
And the New
12.
Mexico Lobos can let these 5 seconds tick away. They are the 2023 famous Idaho Potato Bowl champions. Getting a 9th win in the process.
And this one's all but wrapped up. The Lobos come out on top, 38-17.
At the end of the game, 38-17.
That's it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk
And that will be the
I'm
end
Brad
here
Nelson saying thanks,
for us
and we'll
tonight.
see you soon.
We have another 3 bowl games coming tomorrow after this 38-17 clobbering. A few games that are hopefully more competitive than this one. As we look on the Smurf turf. Don't forget to watch us tomorrow. We have 3 games coming your way. The Boca Raton Bowl sees Western Michigan and Louisiana. The Hall of Fame Bowl has Eastern Kentucky and South Dakota. And the Seattle Bowl will have Texas State and Chicago. We'll see you then. Thank you all for watching tonight's games. And so long.